Welcome to Engineering Electrical Department Politeknik Seberang Perai. Hello everyone, in this lesson we will practically learn varieties of logic gate in digital electronic. We already know that there are plenty of logic gate which are AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, OR gate and many more. So, today, we will focusing on two objectives to learn their OR gate which are 1, how to wiring different types of gates, 2, how each logic gate working by recording the output result in the truth table. Now, I would like to introduce to you, Analog Digital Training Kit, model number DEL 9212A, that we use in Politeknik Malaysia. Before we continue any further, we need to know main component of this lesson, is integrated circuit, so-called IC, which are have varieties number that start with 74 at the beginning. This particular IC, known as 74 series of IC, it is designed for logic gate, that have 14 pin, 16 pin, or 24 pin. This IC of several number, this different number is for different sets of gates, such as 7408 for an AND gate, 7432 for an OR gate, 7400 for a NAND gate, 7402 for a NOR gate, 7404 for an OR gate. For now, we choose 14 pins IC, to start learn today's. All IC have power pins, they are VCC and ground pin, which are pin 7 is for ground, and pin 14 is for VCC. To make sure all types of integrated circuit to operate well, this 2 pin are required. We need to supply VCC pin with 5 volt to fulfill this IC requirement to start operate. In Politeknik Malaysia, we use DEL 9212A, Analog and Digital Training Kit, to learn logic gates. Let's take a close look into the trainer kit. For today's lesson, we will be focusing only 3 sections of this trainer kit. The first section is DC power supply, that used to power up the circuit. In this section, we will see there are 2 segments of a set of power that are provided. Which are the upper right corner, is a set of a fixed power consists of negative 5 volt, 0 volt, and positive 5 volt. And next is lower right corner, is a set of varies power that can be controlled, by using 2 different knob, from 0 until positive 15 volts. Or, from 0 until negative 15 volts. The second section is a data switches, that use as an input to the logic gate. As you can see, this trainer provide 15 sets of toggle type switches. Every single switch has been connected to 5 volt internally. The third and final section is LED data display that uses output from the logic gate. There are 15 green LED. One more important thing to concentrate is the breadboard itself. The breadboard has been designed to meet the purpose. There are special area in the breadboard is look like gutter. It is purposely designed special for an IC component. If you misplace an IC component in the breadboard, it can cause a short circuit between each pin of the IC. We need carefully place an IC component correctly in that special area, so that there are no short circuit between IC pins. As mentioned before, make sure, avoid an IC component misplace in the breadboard. In this particularly breadboard, it has not more than 4 gutter, or divider, or also called gap, that can fit the IC component. From pictures shown, we can see, IC can only be placed along the gutter of the breadboard. Next, we will look how to wiring an AND gate. Before we start, we need to know the symbol of an AND gate, pinout diagram, of IC 7408 series, and the result will be recorded in the truth table. We will only concentrate on three parts in the trainer, which are DC power supply to power a circuit up, LED, data displays that will connect as output, and data switches that will connect as input. With 7408 series number of IC that have been placed correctly on the breadboard, then now we will ready start to wire the circuit. First, connect the VCC pin, which is pin number 14, to the 5-volt terminal on the DC power supply. Second, connect ground pin, which is pin number 7, to the ground terminal on the DC power supply. Now, the IC 7408 have completely connected to power, and then, next we will connect the input and the output terminal. From the pin-out diagram, we know there are 4 sets of AND gate in IC 7408 series. For this lesson, we only need 1 AND gate, while for data switches, trainer provide 15 sets of input, and for this lesson, we only need 2 inputs, so we will choose SW0 and SW1. So now, to connect the input of the circuit, we need to wire the SW0 as input A to the IC pin number 1. And next, connect the SW1 as input B to the IC number 2. The last connection, as you can see, at AND gate symbols, label X, is the output terminal of an AND gate. So we need to connect IC, which is pin number 3, to LED data displays, pin number 0. Finally, all connection have been completed, and it's ready to collect the result that can fill up the truth table. Now, we will continue our lesson, which is how logic and gate work. Before we start, I would like to remind, as you can see, the input and the output of an AND gate labels I and B, while the output of an AND gate label is X. Then take a look at the truth table. There are 3 columns, 2 for input, labels A and B, and 1 column is for an output, label X. Wiring logic and gate has completely connected. Now, it's ready to run the circuit and collect result to fill up the truth table. The first row of the truth table shown, both input, A and B, of an AND gate is set to 0. So that means we need to turn off both toggle switch SW0 and SW1. The purpose of it is to ensure that 0 volts reach IC pins 1 and 2. Then, observe the LED data display. The LED number 0, shown that there are no light, that means the output we need to record in the truth table is 0. Next, from truth table row number 2, shown that input A is set to 0, while input B is set to 1. So that we need to turn on only one of the toggle switch, which is SW1. Again, we need to observe the LED data display, LED pin 0 still not light up. That indicates 0 at the truth table output. Following, from truth table row number 3, input A is set to 1, while input B is set to 0. So that we need to turn on SW0. And also need to turn off SW1. Observe the LED pin 0, and, again LED pin 0, still not shown light up. So result for truth table is also 0. Finally, from truth table row number 4, both input A and B are set to 1. Means that switches need to turn on both SW0 and SW1. Then now only LED data display shown that LED pin 0 light up. Then, record result at the truth table, output is 1. Thanks for watching.